Welcome to, I will be starting this session. My job is, I had started giving us some orientations and some, information about how our 6 months will go. But I'd like to, again, welcome and congratulate every intern, for being part of this internship circle. All right. We went through the interview and we gave criterias, 3 criteria specifically. Those are the things we're looking out for, and all of you that are here, passed those criteria, you qualified. Number 1, we were looking for people who had hearts for ministry. We were also looking for people who will be available to go through this training for the next 6 months. And lastly, we were also looking for people who had gadgets, good phones and gadgets that will be able to use those gadgets for ministry. And if you remember, we had a very exciting time, during the interview, and all of you had those criteria that we're looking for. So we open this internship program in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. All right. We're going to be journeying from November all the way, November 2022, all the way to April 2023. That's when we will be landing, at our destination. So I'd like to quickly share some of the structures and the processes that will happen during this 6. I had shared a few already on the Learning Center in our WhatsApp group. I will still maybe go more detailedly tonight. So I want to begin with the curriculum. The curriculum for our 6 months internship will include the following. We will be going through, our NLTC 1 to 4, which is the new life training course. And it's in levels 1 to 4. And it's all encompassing. It's about our evangelism, teachings on evangelism and discipleship, that, and also wrapped around that curriculum are skills, to be able to carry out ministry of evangelism and discipleship. Alongside that course, we will be doing digital evangelism also. All right. So we will also be, another curriculum we will be using is the leadership development curriculum. We will also be exposed to ministry partners development, and that has to do with funding your ministry, which is an exciting one. And again, we'll be exposing you to Muslim evangelism training, where you can use, the knowledge of that training to reach out to, the Muslims. Okay, so that's it about our curriculum. Now after our Muslim evangelism training, we would also, we will wrap up this 6 months with a graduation ceremony. So I had not told any of us about certificates because that is not our emphasis. Yes, you are going to be awarded certificate, but the most important certificate is the heart and the learning, all the knowledge you are going to be acquiring, and all that you'll be using this knowledge to, to do by impacting your sphere of influence and doing, ministry in very remarkable ways. So that is what we will mostly appreciate. But by the end of 6 months, we will have a graduation. So we're going to be talking about whether the graduation will be, physically or it will be virtually done. So when we get there, we will be able to discuss that. All right, so let's look at how our weekly schedule will look like. What would our every week look like, as we begin this 6 months internship? All right, so weekly, these are the things that we will be doing, activities that will be, we'll be engaged in. 2 hours of online classes, which is Monday to Friday. This will not continue. It's just going to happen for the next two weeks. So for the next 2 weeks, we'll be having 2 hours of online classes, Mondays to Fridays. All right. And it's going to happen on Zoom like this. Time, we will still talk about the timing. If after this week, if the time 8 to 10 p.m. does not suit us, we will still be flexible around it to see how we can get the most convenient time for us. Then after the 2 weeks, by the third and fourth week, our classes will drop to Mondays to Thursdays. Will drop from Mondays to Thursdays, no longer Fridays, and it will still be 2 hours of class. So Mondays to Friday to Thursdays for the third and fourth week. Then Fridays, every Fridays are our days of, it will also be online. Fridays are our days of review. Very important. We are going to be reviewing all the class sessions, all the lessons learned, all of our experiences, for that week. And that will happen on Friday. So I plead that we all avail ourselves for such reviews. It will not be on Zoom. It will happen on our learning center, which is the WhatsApp. Also, that will also be followed up with a form, a reviewed form that you will be filling, weekly review form. So after you review that, after you do your discussions of review of the week on WhatsApp, we will send a form for you to fill and send back. Okay. So subsequently, class will reduce to 3 to 2 days per week. I'm sure some of us are excited. Class will drop from 4 days to 3 days to 3 to 2 days per week. And this is also because we want to create more time for every one of us to do more practical ministry of evangelism and discipleship. So that is why we drop the classes. So the most intensive time of class is within the month of November. But after the month of November, it will keep dropping so that you could have more time to do practical ministry on the mission fields. All right. So what will our field work look like, our mission field work? Mission field work will begin from the second week of November, okay? And our work will be doing the work of evangelism and discipleship in our places of work, communities, target areas, with our field trainers. So by week 2, you will begin to learn skills of evangelism and discipleship through the use of materials, through the use of methods that will begin to prepare you to apply on the field. So what are our expectations on the field? The expectations we have of you as you begin field ministry. One is that you will observe your field trainers model ministry to you twice weekly. You will be expected to share the 4 spiritual laws with 4 persons per week, at least 4 persons per week. So that is the least. You can go beyond that. You would also begin to do discipleship as your number of witnessing increases. Then you will also have at least one small group of disciples or discipleship, sorry. And when we say small group of discipleship, we mean 3 to 6 persons. 3 persons make a small group. That's the least. Or you can have 6 persons in a group. Okay. Then lastly, we would want you to come up with an evangelistic project possibly in the 4th month of training. 4th month of training. That's what month now? The 4th month of training is what month?
December. No.
February.
November.
That's what?
February.
February, right?
Yes.
Okay, so by
That's
the
more
month
than
of,
30.
or is it March? It's February, right?
February.
Okay, so by February, we will love you to come up with an evangelistic project, and we will tell you more about that. So we have some accountability structures that will enable you to be able to do all of the things that I just shared with you. So the accountability structures we have is that we have online coaches and field trainers that will be working side by side you. So you will get to know your coaches, you will get to know your field trainers by this week, before this week ends. So online coaches will meet with you twice a month to ensure that you are on course, that all the things that you said that we expect of you to do within the week, you are there doing it. Okay. Then we also have the field trainers who will be meeting with you physically to model ministry skills on the mission field to you, and then to also watch you, do ministry. The possibility of them also giving you a target area is there. But most importantly, you will be equipped to be able to do ministry as a teacher. I know some of us are teachers, some of us are pastors, some of us are working in different workplaces. So when you are equipped with these skills in class, your workplace is a good place to begin to apply all of the skills that you will be entrusted with. All right. So that's about the coaches and the trainers. The second accountability structure that we have is our WhatsApp Learning Center. So the WhatsApp Learning Center has been created for us to do our Friday reviews and to continue learning, after class. So the 2 hours is actually not enough to share everything we want to share with you. So the WhatsApp group, it's a place to, interact with one another and share ideas, and lessons learned from our online classes. So please make good use of it. We want to see active interaction, in our learning center. We also have in the learning center, you are not alone too. We have a staff of a group of people who are going to be answering your questions. We have the task force, the group of staff who have been behind the scene organizing all of this internship program. Then we have the human resource of the Great Commission Movement of Nigeria, who will also be there answering your questions and interacting with you. So that's it about the Learning Center. Lastly, for accountability structures, we have a book. We have books for the months. So every month, every intern is expected to read and review one book per month. I know that we are busy, but this is also another way to keep learning and keep engaging our minds. So there is a book every month to read and review. And during the review, there will be a missionary staff who will be reviewing the book with you on the Learning Center. So this month, the book we will be reading and reviewing is one of the very exciting books in Great Commission Movement of Nigeria. It's called Come Help Change the World. It's a hard copy. We will get those books across to you, in no time. All right. So I think I am done. I just want to wrap up by saying we are excited to have every one of you here tonight. We know that at different points, God led you to this internship. We see you as answer to our prayers. For many years, we have been praying for the internship program, and we have been trusting God for the right time to begin. And we realized that God handpicked you people from your different areas of different parts of Nigeria. He handpicked you and brought you here. So don't look at yourself as if I came here by accident. I don't think any of you are here by accident. God handpicked you, and He has something definitely to do, in your life. So the focus for us is to look at God and to trust Him, to be able to understand why He brought you here, learn all that you need to learn, and, begin to make your life count for eternity. All right. So I don't know if we have any questions before I wrap up my time. I've said quite a lot. So any questions, please?